Well, I think as part of the Halloween Spooktacular, we'll watch that most haunted, well, the best of most haunted live, which was filmed in and around Bournemouth and Elstree. I think it goes to a pub which is no longer a pub anymore. Well, two pubs really.
Mm.
One's called the Wagon and Horses. The other one, is obviously the Hollybush. Um, and Derek Akora's in it. About an hour and a half. You know, I've done. Jesus. That's that pissing 1.5 beef burgers. I did some plays on the Elstree Young Bournemouth group. It's another group. There's tons of groups out there on Facebook. Anything about Bournemouth, there's a group for it. Whether it be, butchers or florists or something to do with knitting circle or something.
Kill her. Kill her. There's a lump. Thomas. Is that half a ton weight dropped on the floor with these drugs?
Well, when he's upstairs and he's asleep on bed, if I do something down here like get laser mouse out or get cat sausage for Amber, and he knows, you hear this thud, and it's like somebody dropping, someone dropping a weight off a weight with barbells. It's like boom, boom. And it comes downstairs like a fucking rock, like a rock slide.
Like a dog. Like
Yeah.
a dog comes downstairs.
That's him now crying because he wants to go outside, but we just can't trust him. He'll be. Plus, like last night when I think it might have been a tick on Thrasher's neck, but I couldn't be certain. It was so small. If he started rushing through that grass, he'd dead him getting ticks and that. But that's him crying. Sometimes he cries and cries and cries and whines. He wants to go out. He wants to go out. It's pitiful cry. It's never ending. Whoa. They're that pair of puppies, aren't they?
Dr. Long could not explain his action to the police. To all their questions, he merely replied, "The skull."
And this, according to you, is the mysterious skull of the Marquis de Sade.
There's the description. Read it for yourself.
There are plenty of skulls that would fit that description.
You know me, Mr. Maitland. I've never sold you anything which was not truly authentic. You can take my word for it. I know that is the skull of the Marquis de Sade.
Amicus Medford, the name Medford is, it's not, in now Screaming Starts, the bloke who got murdered in the forest. That was called Medford, wasn't it? A solicitor. Medford is a common name in Amicus films. Now I've got Medford and Terry June.
500. And right now.
You would like though Happy Ever After.
Now I know it's a fake.
It is really good.
If it were, I wouldn't budge from my
It is in all but name. It is Terry and June. But it was well, you know the story, don't you? 74 to 78. He did Happy Ever After.
Look at it whenever you like. Know that
I know there's at least 2 Christmas specials they did, 76 and 77. I don't know if there's any more noticed. But between 78 and 79 there was a writers' strike or industrial action with writers. And due to all the legal complications and that, they wanted to continue it, but they couldn't use the title Happy Ever After, and so that's why they retitled it Terry and June. And the difference is they changed the name from Fletcher to Medford, and from Ealing they moved to Purley. And in the Happy Ever After they have 2 daughters and a son. You see more of the daughters you do with the son. They make 3 or 4 guest appearances. And in Happy Ever After they have June's aunt. Oh God, I've got a name now. Aunt Lucy. And her minor bird, Gunga Ding. Obviously in Terry and June, they just have the one daughter who makes 2 appearances. One, I think in the second episode, I think, when they're just about to move off. So the first or second episode, and then the Christmas special in series 2, they make a brief appearance because they think it's Beatty and Betty when it guess, and it isn't. It's actually their daughter and husband.
He wanted 1,000, but finally came out of 500. And naturally, I'd like to have it in my collection.
But I mean, how did get away with? I know there's at least 2 episodes I've seen in Happy Ever After, which they copied almost word for word for Terry and June. Terry in Court's one of them where that dustbin lorry reversed into June, and then on the way out after won the case, Terry reversed into back at dustbin cart. But the only alterations is in Happy Ever After, his Aunt Lucy was the so-called witness. In Terry and June, it's that elderly lady.
The skull to be dangerous. You have to take my word for it.
Well, there's an episode of Terry and June, or is it where he's on that train, gets clattered by that suitcase when the train breaks to a halt pretty sharpish, knocks himself out, and it's almost scene for scene, with only subtle differences, the exact same as the Bless This House episode, Remember Me. The only difference is that Sid James is in the garage, Terry Scott is on the train with that brunette who was named Miss Thatcher. But apart from that, when he gets found out over the phone because Malcolm doesn't put the phone back on the receiver, and June and Jean are on the phones downstairs, and they'll be here, Trevor and Sid, Malcolm and Terry basically having a conversation, and both of them are due a company bonus, and both of them were promised a gift. Both of them are found out, and both of them signed the checkbook because they realised that initially he was sort of amnesia, but he liked the intention so much he carried it on. So, right, checkbook, £900 for a fur coat. Thank you very much.
I wasn't tempted. But I knew the moment I set foot in the room, I'd be unable to resist the forces of evil. I would do whatever the skull.
Still feel fucking bloated.
Remember the auction? Remember these? Lucifer, Beelzebub, Leviathan, and Barbarous, who incites to murder.
I'll put whatever's remaining tin-wise, I'll put them in drinks till they're in shed. I think they should fit on top shelf.
because the skull wanted me to. It needed this one for its worship.
But come next week, these will back up to normal price, which is like $4.49, same as it is at Tesco's. But then we could strike lucky. Whatever we do need, see, we might only need.
Not many, yeah.
Yeah, not many. We might strike lucky and it'll be on special offer at Tesco's.
All I can say to you is,
Failing that, it works out just as cheap. You just get the fridge packs because they're 10 tins, as these are 10 tins, but obviously you get 60 mils per tin less. They did used to do 12 packs. They had the same 12. Used to have the same 12 pack at Tesco's as they still stock at Sainsbury's. But Sainsbury's were $12.75 in the shop, £11 on the website. And I mean, I tried to reason with him, like, I said, well, I go by your website as a guide. How can it be two different fucking prices? And he trotted off the customer service desk, and he come back and says, no, it's $12.75. I said, oh, forget it. Put it back on shelf. I'm not paying that price when I can get 10 cans for $9.25 at Tesco's.
I am the caretaker. Thank you.
He's in Evil of Frankenstein as a hypnotist at the local fair.
Oh, it's of no value.
Anyone must be balmy who collects things like this.
And is in an episode of, I think the first episode of Inspector Morse, got Patrick Troughton in it. Oh, look at that roaring fire.
Reading all night.
Oh, on Amazon Prime, there's something called Great British Theatre, and there's the live show that Ian McKellen did. It's nearly 2 hours long. And it starts off with the first 10 minutes, he's reading from the Lord of the Rings book. And then he talks about Lord of the Rings as in the, so good. I read Lord of the Rings every year, and he like flips through the book going, oh, all 1,175 pages of it, and then about when he got invited on to New Zealand, and he sat next to Sir Christopher Francis Cardini Lee, and he turned to look at me and he said, I read Lord of the Rings every year, and I wanted the part of Gandalf. But he's talk about his life and his life from growing up and the theatre, and it's really funny. It's just sitting in the car on his own with a bit. He talks about Shakespeare.